So if I had to start over again with $0 and just a camera, here's exactly what I would do. And here's a little breakdown of what I want to cover. Mistakes that cost me time and money, what I thought mattered that didn't, what actually brought in clients, the underrated skill that doubled my income, and tools and habits I swear by now. Mistakes that cost me time and money. Definitely thinking that me doing everything by myself was the way to go, right? I would do the sales calls, I would plan the events, I would plan the shoot, I would try and be as much hands-on as possible. And in the beginning, that was great, right? Because I was able to learn, see what worked, what didn't work. I was able to give myself the opportunity to make mistakes. Being able to make those mistakes allowed me to learn, adjust, grow, and figure out how I would want things to be done if I was on the other side as a customer. Now that I have a team, I couldn't see myself doing everything myself anymore. But during that time, that was, I think, wasn't necessarily a mistake, but definitely something I could have rectified earlier. Not hiring a lot in the beginning caused me to delay some of my recent success because I delayed the learning curve of learning how to hire, learning how to build systems, learning all those things because I just wanted to do it all myself. So hiring and delegating was definitely something that I wish I did sooner, just because it is impossible to do it all by yourself. Whatever the thing is that you're trying to do, you can do it by yourself for so long. It only can grow so far doing it by yourself. So being able to hire, delegate, teach, coach, help people learn the systems and how you did things so you can implement people into your systems and know the levers to pull is the best way to go from peaking and plateauing to steady growth of building a team over the long run. The wind's picking up a little bit. What I thought mattered that didn't. In my space being videography, right, and media, I thought that things looking the best and having the best lighting, having the best filters, best camera, best quality, best transitions, best audio, everything. I thought all that stuff mattered so much, but in reality, it didn't, right? The thing that mattered the most was making sure that the videos that were being created got the client the results they were looking for, right? You always have creative projects, right? Things that people aren't looking to get a return on their investment from. They just want something that looks good. But when you want to scale and work with bigger businesses, the barrier to entry to get in conversations with these people is what results could you provide, right? And the results that I was able to provide, depending on the niche and what we were doing, the video started to not matter as much as visually, but more back-end transactionally, making sure that the videos that we were making, the ads that we were creating, the interest, all the targeting, things like that, retargeting, those things started to matter more, and actually making sure the videos got the results that the client was looking for, right? Because somebody could spend $2,000 with you for a one-day shoot, right? And if those videos aren't getting results, they're not going to come around the second month. So ensuring the results and working within a team and making sure that you aren't just someone coming with a camera or coming to do a service, right? You want to become a growth partner, somebody that cares about the growth of that business and cares about the outcomes, not just making something look good, but making something that is going to return on investment. And especially with media nowadays, it's always changing, right? So it's not like you make one corporate video that goes on a website and stays forever. It's something that you're going to need to constantly adjust, always be on top of trends, especially with social media. Social media is the new website, right? So staying on top of those things is super important when you want to grow, right? So it's not about just making things look the coolest. It's about making what you're creating get results for the people you're working with. Another thing about what actually brought me clients, right? I've been lucky enough to be given chances with certain businesses and gyms and things like that, where they've allowed me to grow into the video marketing human and video marketing company I am today, right? Bringing in more clients, a lot of it was word of mouth, but now that I am in another next echelon of growth phase where I'm looking to grow, not just within my region in New Jersey, New York, Pennsylvania, but to go across country and really help and impact and bring results to many businesses. The growth now with getting clients is more ads, right? More targeting specific niches across the entire country and not just my local area, right? Because with the delegation that we talked about earlier, I can't be everywhere at one time. I need to be able to delegate who films, who does the scripting, who does the editing, who's sending it out, out? Who's admin? In the stage right now where I'm hiring for these positions and I'm building even a bigger team that could have the bandwidth to fulfill all of these things that clients need in order to grow their business. That's kind of where I'm at now, where it's just the growth and fulfilling the best quality with the most volume, right? Because now that we have the system that works, the next barrier is volume and getting clients through paid ads, word of mouth, cold DMs, all that stuff works, right? It's just about the numbers game, right? If you're gonna send out 200 cold DMs and get one response, that means you got to send out 2,000 to get 10 clients. If you're going to spend $100 on ads and get one client, that means the lever to pull is more money, which is spending $1,000, right? So, and every single part of marketing, advertising, and outreach works, right? It's just a matter of which lever you have to pull based on how valuable your time is. Paying somebody else to do the cold DMs is a great way to do it. Hiring overseas for cheaper labor, having someone cold DM for you. That is a great way to get 200 cold DMs out a day without worrying about how much time it's going to take you, because you'll hire someone else to do it. An underrated skill that actually doubled my income, right? This, funny enough, is the process outside of recording. Initially, I started off as a videographer, right? My sole purpose was to film a video, edit it, and send it to the client. Now, I am more part of the business growth of that client, whether they are a personal trainer, a gym, a restaurant, a real estate agent, anything. Getting more eyeballs to their video is not the only purpose anymore. It's making sure the eyeballs that get to their video are people that are looking for their service, right? Being a part of that process, the whole planning process, and making sure that I am the growth partner that they're looking for, not just somebody with a camera looking to make some money filming a video, right? The framework of how I provided my service and the things I've added to my service that may not all take up so much more time, but allow me to have more leverage in what I'm providing and allow me to increase the results of the business or client I'm working with is by far the thing that has doubled my income the most, right? If I walked up to a business and I was like, hey, I can make 10 cool videos for you, they'd be like, oh, I could have the receptionist or another employee do it, right? But if I go and say, hey, I can make you 10 videos that are guaranteed you to sell 20 more cars in the next 90 days, that is something that they're like, oh, selling 20 cars that we wouldn't have sold in the next 90 days, that's only going to cost me this much money. That'll cost me $2,000. But the commissions they're going to get off selling 20 cars is way more than the investment of having somebody come in $2,000 to film the videos makes all the difference, right? And I come in, film the videos, but then I have a team that edits them, researches the trends, makes sure these videos are performance videos, not just videos, right? We aren't making reels, we're making performance reels. These are things that are driven and crafted to get the results. So that's kind of where having the new skill of being that growth partner comes into play, right? And the mindset to know that leading with value, knowing the results are the real bread and butter, right? No one just wants something that looks good. They want something that will get their business results. And then finally, tools and habits that I swear by now. This is something that I'm still working on, right? Just as much as my sleep schedule habits, the habit of waking up on time and going to sleep on time, but building systems and workflows and SOPs, which are standard operating procedures for my team, myself, even the clients. Like, we'll have an onboarding call and there may be homework for the client to do of things that maybe they need to do some research on to make sure when it comes to shoot day, they're prepared. I have to do my research. I have to have my team do their research. All these standard operating procedures that go into a performance reel, that go into a business growth partner to ensure that, yes, I am providing a service and I am making money, but the service I'm providing is going to make that business 5 times, 10 times the money that they are investing in me, where the real value comes in, right? So having habits and tools and systems that will make this process easier is where I'm at now. I'm trying to build these things and get them in place. It takes a lot of time using all these different softwares to track employee hours, to track the metrics and how we're moving, to track the ads and see where optimization is needed. These are all tools that need systems in order to regulate them. So that is the journey I'm on now, is creating those systems, right? If I have 10 clients, that means if I'm doing everything, I only get 3 days to do everything, each person. But if I have people who can do those things for me, then I hop in, regulate, check, review, make sure things are up to standard for what our business wants to provide. That is a way better use of my time, because then the rest of those hours I can put towards growing the business farther and making sure that the business itself is investing in better talent. The business itself is investing in better software, right? And not just staying at the same pace and staying at the same rate. We're always looking to elevate, get better, improve, and things like that. And yeah, those are the things I would do if I was starting right now, right? Whether it was hiring earlier or grading the systems earlier or anything like that, right? These are the things that I wish I knew before. And now that I'm working on them now, I just see how powerful they are to be able to pull levers and adjust and be able to have the team that works together for the common goal of helping other businesses and small businesses that don't have the $50,000 marketing budget and they only have a couple of $1,000s to spend a month on marketing and growth, being able to provide a top tier service for those people, right? Because we're not putting out commercials on Super Bowl Sunday that cost hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, right? We're putting out the ads that people see every day when they're scrolling on their phone, and making sure that the business that we are working with, right, whoever it is, they are getting the most bang for their buck and getting the most return on their investment. If you're looking to start your own creative side hustle, I'm dropping everything I've learned here so you don't have to wing it and you could learn right from me. Hit subscribe. And PSA, if you're a small business owner and you are looking to take your growth for your business to the next level, feel free to message me or send me an email or DM me on Instagram. Love to hear more about your business and how we can help.